some pretty interesting points there too, and I'm glad you brought that up, Sebastian and Nate. These challenges as they exist today is definitely again, it's not something that is solved in the short term. And I think everyone's idea of metaverse kind of goes back to the Ready Player One movie scenario, right? Where there's a giant singular platform that rules them all. But what we're seeing is that likelihood is going to be really far on the time horizon. And what we're seeing right now is the steps toward that, where you have multiple different metaverses, different digital platforms. So the interoperability question then becomes like, how are these interconnected, and transfer of ownership and items, as per Sebastian's comment there. And that's exactly some of the things that we're looking at, the challenges we're looking at dealing with it in Epik as well, creating an Epik verse that is more of a multiverse scenario, where you have incarnations across different platforms, so that you can all share in a shared experience, and then have some semblance of metaverse experiences, similar experiences, shared experiences, transactions, economies, and kind of extract that layer out that way as well.
Yeah, I just want to drive some point here, which is so I think a lot of questions people have been asking. So what's the point of having a metaverse the first time? Right? Why are we doing this? What's important having an interoperable blockchain connecting one another? This can be answered quite differently depending on which person's coming in and which perspective here, right? So within the metaverse and non-fungible, from what we observe, we're seeing gamers, right, for one bucket. Gamers in one bucket, and we're also seeing collectors. People who are actively collecting, really cherishing the value, and seeing the purposes collectible in a very provenance perspective here. And also, we see traders, right? Traders are people are buying in, trading, and speculating. From a trader's perspective, achieving metaverse and crossing all different chains, it makes it more convenient for them to transact on that level, right? And from a collector's perspective, it just means that, I can now much more easily transfer any kind of blockchain mediums as we want to, and this is going to make things a lot more. It's like collecting across different chains of assets, and it's quite interesting, quite nice on this regard. And for a gamer, I think that it's going to take a lot of time, because I think that for one game to support another game in terms of metadata basis, it's still gonna. I think it's evolving in process, but definitely, and I think that we're trying to. I think that there's much more. We're gonna see much of a highlight here, a metaverse for a trader's perspective in the coming years for sure, or at least in the coming months for sure, and more than the collector and the gamer here. Yeah.